friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. In my unhaul video last week, I said that I would show you a couple more videos to tell you about the process that I go through with unhauling books, and that's what we're going to do today. I initially thought I would break it up into multiple videos, but there just wasn't enough footage. I accidentally deleted some footage, so we're combining a couple steps here. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the Instagram sale that I did. I'm going to talk about the Facebook swap groups that I participate in. I will link those down below. And my trip to the used bookstore. So those three things are going to be in this video. And at the end, I will kind of wrap it all up and tell you about the number situation, where I ended up at the end of things. So just sit back and enjoy. And here we go. These are the next steps that I take when I unhaul books. So I just went to the post office and dropped off all the packages of the books that I bought from my Instagram sale. Yay! It costs me just under $30. I have to look up how much I actually got from it, but it's all going back into buying more books, let's be honest. And I got rid of a ton of books. I will give you totals of everything later because I didn't write it all down, but I can definitely do that. I do have one more box ready to go. I'm just waiting on somebody's address, so that is all ready to go. I may even pop into the post office one more time later today if I get her address soon. But next step I've already done is to post the pictures of the books I have left and put them in Facebook Swap. The Facebook swap group that I'm in, it's called the Book Swap-USA. If any of you are in the States and you want to join a Facebook swap group, it's pretty simple, straightforward. You just post the pictures of what you've got and see if anybody wants them. So far, I posted it last night, and so far I haven't had any takers, although I haven't really looked at it today, so maybe I have. But as of last night, I didn't have anybody that wanted any of them, so I'm gonna wait until Friday. In that swap group, I can also, if I see somebody else that's getting rid of some books and I see something that I want, I can post my pictures and see if they want any of those. It's kind of how it works. So I'll play around with that Facebook group for a couple days. Today's Tuesday. And then on Friday, my plan is to go to 2nd and Charles with whatever I have left. So sounds good to me. But for now, I need to go to the chiropractor and the library and the other errands before going back home to read for the afternoon. Hello friends, it is now Thursday and I am making another trip to the post office. I went on Tuesday for the Instagram book sale. Today I'm going for one late Bookstagram sale box. She bought 4 books, which is awesome. And then 2 that I am swapping. Well, actually one of them is a swap, but I found another group on Facebook that's a sale and swap group. So one of them is actually a sale and one of them is a swap. I will keep these open until through tomorrow, and then on Saturday is when I plan to go to the used bookstore. We'll see if I can find some more. This new swap group that I'm in has a lot of activity, so I've been looking through people's posts and showing them what I have, and actually purchased a couple from someone that had books for $5, so I grabbed a couple of her books. Actually, she gave me a deal. I think I got 3 for $12, so 4 a piece, including shipping. So really 3 a piece or less, because shipping for that is going to be about $4 or so for a box usually. So I'm really excited about finding this new Facebook group. I will link both of the Facebook swap groups that I'm a part of in the description below. I believe they're both US only, but if you're interested in joining a swap group for books, I'll put the information down below. We're making my way through this unhaul pile. The pile is getting smaller and smaller. Yay. All right, here we go. Part 3 of this unhaul project is happening right now. I am headed to 2nd and Charles, which is a used bookstore. Well, they have some new things as well, but they do some book buyback. So you can see I have 2 bags of books in the back seat ready to go. I've added a few more for my shelves from what I unhauled the other day, and I will show you some of those when I'm loading up the bin at 2nd and Charles. I'm gonna see how much they give me for store credit. The plan today is to use my store credit for a Christmas book exchange that I'm doing again this year with Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand and Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library. I am starting to put together their piles of books that I'm going to wrap up and send to them at Christmas time. So I'm going to see what I can find today. That is the hope. Of course, I'll probably look for myself too, because that's fun. Richmond area has 2 different Second and Charles, and I usually go to one that's a little closer to me, but I'm going to go to the one that's on the south side of the city today. And there is a thrift store down there that I've never been to. There's also a bookstore on that side of town that I don't think I've been to. I might try to find that. I might do a little bit more thrift store shopping as well while I'm down there. There's quite a few thrift stores in that area. So we'll see where this takes me. I did stop at a thrift store this morning. I'll put in that quick little clip. I did find quite a few really good books. The most I spent was $3, $2.98 for hardcovers that were in perfect condition. I got The Guest List by Lucy Foley, which is a new thriller. I also got 8 Perfect Murders by Peter Swanson, which is a relatively new thriller. So exciting. Those 2 are for me. And I also found some for Sarah and Lindsay as well. So yay for thrift stores. I am only 1 book away from finishing Lindsay's pile, as long as she doesn't haul any of those before we send our books. And I'm about 5 or 6 books away from Sarah's pile. So I need to do a lot of shopping for Sarah today. We'll see what we find. We'll see how much they give me for store credit and what I can do with what they give me. So let's have some fun today. This is where I always start. Just brought back. See what I can find here. Trying to find a quiet corner. Okay, there's nobody in this row. They just told me my books have been processed, so I'm gonna go find out how much they're gonna offer me. I've been making some good progress. I have quite a few books in there. I have to sit down and kind of look at their to-read lists on Goodreads and make sure they haven't already read these. But I have quite a few in there, a couple for me, but hopefully I get some good credit. Let's go see. It's so much fun to look in a bookstore. Too many good books. Okay, let's go see how much I got. Okay, be right with you. Sure.
Looks like everything else had a cash value of $14.05.
That's all?
Store credit of $25.
Oh, yeah, I'll take the store credit. I was like, wait a minute. Scared me for a minute.
I always say the store credit first. I always say the cash first and then store credit.
Then it's like, yay, it's like more than double.
Just need you to sign on the top lines and print on the bottom line.
All right, what is it? I just want to... Wow. Clearance section. What? Okay, I'm gonna hang out in the back corner for a few minutes so I can go through these books and see which ones I'm gonna actually take. I can't show you all of them, but I ended up getting $25 in store credit. That's pretty good, and I think I have some carryover from before, so that's all even better. So I'm gonna see how to make the best of the money that I have. In fact, I found this today at the thrift store for $3. Here it would be $13.95, which is still a good, decent deal for a used book, but $3 is even better. Yay! So this is not supposed to be a haul. I'll be filming that soon, but I think I did pretty good, and I'm going to show you just a couple of the books I got for myself. I'm pretty positive I will be done with the Christmas book exchange as long as they don't get any of the books I got for them. So I have a couple from their list, but a couple that are unknowns to me, and it was really difficult to, there's nowhere to like sit down and really look through Goodreads, and the Goodreads app is just not great as far as looking at other people's stuff. It's great for scanning in for my own things, but not great for looking at everyone else's stuff. So I'll have to check out a couple of things when I get home, but I'm pretty sure I'm done. So totals that I spent, the total came to like $70. Eek. But I had over $30 total in store credit, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I got 17 books altogether. So really, that's not that bad. A couple that I got for myself, and one of my two from some favorite authors. I got Magic Hour from Kristen Hanna. This was $4.95. Oh, I just whacked myself in the face. $4.95. Not bad. I got The Silent Sister by Diane Chamberlain. $5.75. Pretty decent. Both of those are in really good condition. I'm collecting this series of middle grade books. Among the Hidden is the first one, and Among the Free is the last. I know I don't have these two in the series, so one of them, Among the Free, was $1.80 and $2.75 for Among the Hidden. So pretty decent prices for some middle grade books there. And then I'm excited for this. I'm collecting Daphne du Maurier books in this edition. So I got Marianne. I've loved Rebecca and My Cousin Rachel by her, so I'm really excited to have another one in this edition. I can't find Rebecca in this edition though. I need to do a little more research on where I can find this edition, but all the other ones I think I've gotten here at Second and Charles. So this Second and Charles is much smaller than the one that I normally go to, but they took all of my books except for 2 arcs. So I feel like they do a better job of taking what I bring, but they also have a smaller selection and it's not laid out the same as my other one. So I was there for way too long looking through stuff, but I'm still gonna hit up a thrift store or two, even though I just spent more money than I was expecting. I'm still gonna check out a thrift store or two since I'm down here. I don't usually come to this side of town, so might as well, right? All right, I think that might be it, or this will be a much quicker part of the unhaul process. Since I only have 2 left, I might still do a little free library thing, but that will be, I don't know, coming soon. Sometime this summer. So now that I have taken all of those to the used bookstore, I have only a couple left. I have 2 arcs that I'm passing along and 2 books that I ended up getting at Second Charles that Sarah and Lindsay had either read. Well, one of them Sarah and Lindsay had already read, both of them, and one of them is already on my shelves. I'm usually getting much better about that because I've updated my Goodreads and all of that, but somehow I didn't check them enough and I brought home a book I already have. So I just have 4 books to continue this process with, a little free library tour, which I will do probably sometime in early September. And so you have that to look forward to. But I started with 42 books in my unhaul video, which was a lot. That was a great job clearing off some books from my shelves. I sold about 20 books on Instagram, which was fantastic. I don't know that I've ever had such great success with an Instagram sale, so thank you guys who bought books. I took, I think, 6 or 7 packages to the post office. From some people bought multiple books and others just bought one, but I was thrilled about that. I did add a few more books to what I was getting rid of from that thriller video, from listening to you guys in the comments who know me well. I ended up unhauling The Lying Game by Ruth Ware and The Girl Before. I forget who that one's even by. Just from comments from people, I just decided that those 2 are not for me. I might continue to feel that way about some of the other thrillers, but for now, those two got added to the pile. I did add a couple more nonfiction, some Christian nonfiction, just a couple of other books, a classic or two. Cold Comfort Farm I added, The Awakening I added to that UNHAUL pile. So I did add a few more. So I don't have the exact number of how many I took to Second and Charles, but whatever I did take gave me almost $26 in store credit, which is fantastic. And I also had about $8 left of store credit from previously, and I used that to buy some books, which you've seen already. So overall, I feel like this was a super successful UNHAUL. I feel like I don't feel like I'm coming out with any extra cash. I've used it all already between a thrift store visit and Second and Charles. I used everything that I might have gained from that Instagram sale, but I used it for books, so that was the purpose. And now I have just a little bit to take to Little Free Libraries, which I will do soon, but I hope you enjoyed this. I would love to hear from you guys if you have a process of unhauling, or what do you do with books that you don't want anymore? Do you get rid of books? Do you keep all of your books that you've ever read? I know there are some people who just want to have all the books that they've ever read. I very rarely keep books that I've read. I have this one shelf. I'm sitting in my living room. This is my shelf of read books. It's such a hot mess right now. It's like stacked up on the top. But these are the books that I've read, other than books that belong in different collections that are kind of around my house in different places. But for the most part, once I read them, they come out here on this shelf. So I need to do a better job of organizing it. But I love to unhaul books, especially ones that I just don't feel interested in anymore. So I'd love to chat with you about my process of unhauling, your process of unhauling, or anything else you want to talk about. You guys know I love talking with you down in the comments, and I will be talking with you in another video very soon. Bye.